Yeah. Welcome to CineMunn Podcast. I'm your host, Vince Munn. This last week, I've decided to take the show kind of back to format. If you've been listening to us from the beginning, all 24 of you, this show started out really as a kind of a news show, kind of in the vein of AMC Movie Talk or Collider, or even some of the other kind of YouTube videos you see, or even like if you get like daily emails, kind of tells you like top stories of the week and stuff like that, or of the day. We were kind of doing stories of the week, DVD and Blu-ray releases, movie news and rumors, and we used to play movie quote of the day. And that was the beginning of this series. And slowly over the last couple of years, we've kind of evolved into. I've done a lot of one-on-one shows, doing a lot more reviews. I'm hoping to bring back the commentary shows. We watch movies with you and do commentary tracks with you. And I've also kind of gotten a little more, trying to just reach a little more in that kind of professional vein of interviews and talking to people in the industry on both sides, on in front of the camera, behind the camera, and in the writer's room, things like that. Artists, and this last month and a half with Comic Con has really been one of fruitful connections and hopefully new episodes to come. Like I said, this episode is going back to format, and we are bringing in a new partner, someone for me to talk to and bounce ideas off of, and jokes and comments and this and that. And so, our friend of the podcast named Ernesto, he is joining us. This is his first episode, so I forgot to record an intro. Kind of like the Hausman interview I did back in February. I forgot to record an intro because I was just trying to ease him into it. He seemed a little nervous. And so we kind of go this, that, and the other way with all kinds of topics and such. But Ernesto did a little homework. He picked a few topics out of the news that he wanted to talk about, and so we did. So again, like I said, we're going back to format. Kind of hoping to have something new over the next couple of weeks with this series. I'm hoping to do at least one show a week with him, just in that original format. Refine it, get it nice and tight, get it, clean the way I want it. And if all goes well with that, I'm hoping to take this podcast live. I mean, we record every show live and then we put it up online. I mean, live as in with an audience in a setting where you can go see it for yourself as we record it. So I record it at the same time with an audience type of deal. Now, I'm nobody. No one knows who I am. No one knows who we are. And that's great. I'm fine with that. So hopefully this will help us not necessarily become popular or famous, but just, refine how we work. Because this show really, I mean, it's, while not necessarily a comedy show, it is a show with humor and jokes. And to find the right setting to where those jokes land and people get it, get the references and the deep cuts and the talk and such and such, that's where you want to be. And so that's what I'm hoping to do with this show, is take it somewhere that will be appreciated by a live audience. I'm not talking like comedy store or something like that, but we'll just see what happens over the course of the next month or so. All right. So I will update you on that as it goes. But right now, for your listening pleasure, here is our first episode with Ernesto, CineMunn Podcast number 47. I hope you enjoy it, and leave your comments and questions in the comments section.
His head to a skull or something? Or?
Yeah, he does the whole fire thing.
Wow.
The skull goes on the hands and everything. That like he's got he's wearing like straight like Levi's and like fucking Converse, and he's got a chain. He's got the leather jacket on.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a really good job. So yeah, I think if Ghost Rider and Blade are teamed up on a TV show, that'd be awesome. I'm doing like Netflix. Well, I don't know if they'll do Netflix because Disney now has their. I was reading in the car that Disney now is like has a set, I think, release date for their streaming service.
Oh.
So they're gonna be pulling all their content off of everyone else, off of Hulu, off of Amazon, off of Netflix. They're gonna pull all their content next year.
Oh,
and put
that's
it
a lot
onto onto their own streaming service.
Really? Because don't they all join Fox too now?
Yeah, they're on Fox too, so they might be able to pull that too.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but then like all their main Disney films, all their Marvel stuff is gonna go to their streaming service only.
Wow.
Yeah, but apparently it's gonna be cheaper than like Netflix.
For now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. My Netflix is like what, like $9.99 or $10.99 a month.
I think it's $11.99 now.
Oh my god.
For
yeah.
Streaming?
No, because my Netflix is like $10.99 and my Hulu is $11.99 with commercials, but I've never had a commercial.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, oh no, because that's $7.99 for or for commercials. And without, you're paying for that premium. I think it's $11.99.
No, but there's another one that's another jump up because I've even checked my because I was gonna watch Justice League on Hulu one night, and it's like your current plan does not cover this film. Wow,
Like, what do you
win-win, I
mean?
guess. Which is too bad.
Like, what am I paying this for?
Right. So I figured this would be a different show simply because now I'm not alone anymore. I have someone else to talk to. I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but you hear that? Just quiet giggling in the background. There's someone else here. It's not just the voices in my head. So we bring in Ernesto to give us another perspective on fun shit. And the goal here is to hopefully refine a show. And we're kind of going back to the original format of when I first started the podcast, which was reading movie news and just giving our thoughts and opinions and hopes and concerns about stuff that's stuff that we have no hand in. We don't make any of this stuff. We're not even in this industry, but we're just gonna talk about it because why not?
Oh, I looked it up. Robert Reyes. This one?
Yeah, Robbie Reyes. Yeah,
Oh,
with the upside down U on the jacket. Yeah,
oh,
like that white U pattern on the jacket. Yeah, it's cool, baby.
That's his car back there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
Robbie Reyes.
Throw my leg.
Yeah. It's like the pyrotechnic cholo.
That's like the guy from Suicide Squad.
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah. I can't remember the character name. El Diablo.
El Diablo.
Yeah, El Diablo.
Oh, he turned into Aztec Demon at the end?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was cool. That was actually the highlight of that film.
the best part.
Which is sad. Because I had high hopes for Suicide Squad.
Really? That movie was kind of cool. Though.
It was fun, but like the way I would have written it, if I had made it, I think the original idea was that the target was always going to be the Joker. Like he was going to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like he's so badass and Batman's busy, so they're going to send all these villains who can kind of maybe coerce him a little bit into figure out what he's doing to bring him in. And they're going to use Harley as like the ace in the hole to get him.
Yeah.
And then I would have written that she's her way in because she knows how he works and his hideouts and his tricks of the trade. And that once they got into that point where they're about to capture him, then she turns on the group and they like mow them all down or some shit. And like that's what I would have done with it. I would have made like a kind of darker type of fun type of thing. I think that would have worked better.
You think they didn't do that because the Joker was already on?
No, I think they did that because they wanted to have spectacle, and because they saw how well Guardians of the Galaxy performed, that they wanted to be that. And you could feel it with the colors, with the kind of brightness of the colors and the over exaggeration of some of the characterizations, and definitely the music. Yeah, I watched it like last month just for the hell of it. I don't know why. Just myself, I guess. And I threw it on. It's just sitting there going, "Fuck, this could be such a great film." Because when like that first trailer they dropped at Comic-Con, with like that's really kind of serious and dark. It's like, oh my god, if this is the movie, this is gonna be amazing. Yeah. And the second trailer, they kick it in with Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm like, it's gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy, but on Earth and with prisoners. There's no raccoon.
The crocodile instead.
Yeah, the crocodile. He doesn't look that good. I mean, he looks okay. I think probably the funnest kind of middle finger from Warner Brothers is the fact that they won an Oscar on that film.
Did they?
Yeah, they won best effects for makeup.
Oh, really?
Suicide Squad, yeah. Huh. For the work they did with Harley, for the work they did with Killer Croc, and like the tattoo work on El Diablo, and Joker. Like they won an Academy Award for makeup.
For what's that? They're having a new category, no? For the
they're adding. Yes, they are adding a new category for like most popular film of the year.
Most popular film.
Which might as well just say MTV Movie Award goes to, which means nothing. Because you're looking at the last few years of the Oscars, like because I watch them every year, pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless I'm not there, and even then I'll record it and try to watch it when I go home. Like I'll avoid Twitter and IMDb and Facebook. Like I don't want to see shit.
Just get surprised.
I'll watch it and just watch it for myself and see who won. And then I also like since like the mid '90s, I would do like bets. Like okay, I think this is gonna win. This is gonna win. This is why. And here's
like a pool.
Yeah, I won a couple times. I've won.
Oh really? There's actually bets like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In Vegas they run bets. Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. Everything. You can bet on it. You can make money at it. Yeah. If it's a competition, you can make money at it, including movie awards. But yeah, I think this year coming, they're gonna add in the most popular film in the world, like highest grossing film of the year type thing. And by rights, that's the movie that most people want to see. And the reason it should be heavily considered for award season because people went and saw it.
Yeah.
Did you see The Artist?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, 2011.
No.
No one saw The Artist. It was a black and white film, It was about old film, and I didn't see it until last year.
Yeah.
I remember it winning. I heard about it. I never saw it, but everyone saw Lord of the Rings when that came out.
Yeah.
That made $1 billion. Everyone went and saw Infinity War a couple months ago because that made $1 billion, like $2 billion almost. So I mean, films like that, I think it needs to be more than just like well, that's a big studio film, and so it doesn't deserve to be recognized because they're just all about flash in the pan. They just want money. Yeah, but the nice thing about if you do a film like that, it's gonna make the studio money, and then you can do all the smaller movies around it. That's where you make the money from to afford those smaller films.
Like pop culture.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the nice brand of pop. Even we were just talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. In Guardians of the Galaxy, you had Glenn Close playing Nova Prime, and she was like the head of the Nova Corps. And
she gets an award for that.
And she straight up said, like, this is not the type of film I would do. I'm doing it so I can afford to do the smaller films I'd like to do.
Oh, okay.
And like, I get it, and that makes perfect sense, and that's a perfectly logical reason. I'm gonna do a big budget thing that's gonna make me a ton of money, so that way I can do the smaller shit I really care about, and that's fine. And sometimes you have to kind of compromise.
Yeah.
And I think the Academy Awards are now starting to realize that too. Is like, you know what? No one's watching this. No one cares. And we've had no one saw Moonlight. I saw Moonlight.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
that's the only reason I saw Moonlight.
It was like,
it
was like, it was alright. Like, it was good, and the performances were fine. The storyline, okay, whatever. I'm sure someone will be like, "You're a dick, and it's a beautiful film. What do you know?"
It's beautiful.
It's fine. But like, I saw Spotlight, but that's a heavy film. That's a heavy-handed film.
Spotlight.
It's a very real
story.
Yeah. And
I see that.
I saw Shape of Water.
That's a good one.
Guillermo del Toro film.
Oh,
fucking beautiful. But that was a great fairy tale. But no one saw that because it was only in small art house theaters like Landmark in Hillcrest or in La Jolla, the small theaters to show it. And it's one of those ones that has to go by word of mouth, and people only see it by word of mouth. Like, hey, did you see this? No, where is it? Oh, you can see it here. And this, oh my god! Like, that's the only way people see it, as opposed to like when you have a budget behind a film, like Infinity War, like Deadpool, like X-Men. You can throw Star Wars. You can throw a budget behind it and be like, hey, there's 20 billboards within a 5-block radius for this movie. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it.
You're gonna watch it.
You're gonna watch it. And even like you almost kind of think like a movie like that doesn't need that kind of promotion anymore. I know you're gonna see Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna release 2 trailers, throw out 3 posters, and that's it. And that's all you're gonna get because you're gonna go anyway.
I think you would watch it even more if it's just two posters in one film.
Yeah. It's like, what? I gotta see this film. What does it mean? What does it mean? What are they doing to me? No. But I think also, I think that's really smart because it also opens up the chance for movies that people actually do care about seeing.
Yeah.
To be recognized. I mean, think about how amazing it was that Lord of the Rings was nominated for 3 years in a row for each film and won Best Picture in the last one. That Dark Knight was nominated for Best Picture. Well, that's a movie that no one thought would ever end up. And then fucking won an Oscar for Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Dark Knight was nominated for Best Picture.
Really?
Yeah, it's I think the first comic book film nominated for Best Picture. And I mean, it makes sense because in '91, I don't even know if you were around in '91.
Oh, it was one.
Okay, there you go. Beauty and the Beast was nominated for Best Picture because they did not have at the time Best Animated Film.
Oh, okay.
After that, they added in that category
the
best animated film because Beauty and the Beast was so good that they had nowhere to put it. Like, it's got to go in the Best Picture. And, yeah, okay. It didn't win, obviously, but it was a big milestone. It's a big stepping stone. Like,
was it the first?
Yeah, it was the first animated nominated for Best Picture.
Really?
Yeah. And so it's like, okay, but they're really quickly like, snuff that out, give it their own category. They don't deserve Best Picture. They can have their own little animated picture. Yeah.
Just animated.
Yeah, just animated. Yeah, screw these guys. And I see what they're doing, but that's fine. But still, it's getting that foothold. District 9 was nominated for Best Picture. When they added in like 5 more spots to the Best Picture category, people were like, okay, cool. Now we're gonna see the cool shit we've seen get in that slot, and they still didn't do it. Like, you guys.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I hope it works.
Yeah.
I hope it works. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
When is that going to start? Next year?
So yeah, it's going to start. I think the ceremony's in February, so I think it should be starting.
Oh, so ready for all these movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know one thing. I think I'm fairly positive. I saw an article earlier this week, or within the last like 6 days, that Marvel is going to push Black Panther for Best Picture.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that movie was good.
It was good, but
they should try for the Avengers, Infinity War.
They could try for Avengers, but I think because of in this current political climate and everything, and what Black Panther stood for,
Yeah.
That they're gonna push it for Best Picture. I mean, Moonlight Part 2, Black Panther, Wakanda Rising. And someone mistakes it wrong, and T'Challa just jump up and kill them right there on stage. Wakanda forever.
Oh yeah.
That would be.
That movie was good, but
It's fun. It's watchable. It's rewatchable. It's got the rewatch factor.
was it the Best Picture?
Is it the Best Picture? No, but does it deserve a nomination? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think certain movies don't deserve Best Picture, but they at least deserve to be recognized enough to actually find that mass audience. Be like, you know what? I saw the Disaster Artist, which was a movie about a movie, and like no one really saw it.
Oh,
It's about that movie, The Room. It had James Franco in it.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like that was one that people talked about. They knew about it. There's a book about it.
Because they knew The Room.
Yeah, because they knew The Room, and oh my god, I've seen The Room. That was horrible.
I watched 15 minutes of it in the beginning.
You got to 15 minutes? Yeah, it's bad. But it's one of those ones that you can go to a midnight screening like once a month at the Ken Cinema. It's a whole cult film. Yeah, it's a cult film. And it's made back its budget like 10 times off of cult film screenings.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's amazing.
The Disaster Artist was pretty good.
I think it's supposed to. I think it showed the other night actually at the Ken, and he was there. Like Tommy Wiseau was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's
like
still banking on that.
He's still banking on it. Yeah. For a man who has no career. But whatever. It's good.
Good for him.
You find your niche.
Yeah.
Find your niche and go with it. It's fine. It works.
That's how he made his money back and some.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, definitely. Whatever.
Good for him.
That's great. What else did you pull up tonight?
That movie, I tried watching like 15 minutes of it. It's just too sexual for me.
Really? That's what did it? Oh, you guys are like the 6-minute sex scene. It's like, why is this 6 minutes long?
What?
It's really awkward. I feel weird and violated. I'm the audience. I'm at home with popcorn, fully dressed.
I'm rewinding that scene
over
and over.
It's so weird. It's worth watching just to be like, this is what you don't do.
I saw the Alec Baldwin was also on Joker.
Yeah,
he dropped out though.
He dropped out. Yeah, it was announced today, or he announced I think today on his Twitter or on his studio rep, his agent I think announced that he was dropping out of the Joker. He was like noted like the other day. Oh, Alec Baldwin's gonna play Thomas Wayne in the Joker film, the Joker standalone film.
Like yesterday.
It's like okay, yeah, it's like basically like 48 hours ago we announced it. Today he's dropped out.
Just kidding.
And all I can say to that is, I'm good with it. I don't care.
Well, I wonder what the story was going to be about.
I don't need a Joker film. I don't need to know where the Joker came from because no one knows the Joker came from. And someone will be like, "Well, if you read, Killing Joke, well, the Joker's a failed comedian." Yeah, that's one take on it. That's an Elseworld story. That's like an Elseworld story. Like, here's an idea, and here's where I think the Joker might have come from. Cool. And that's what the great thing about the character is. Like, I think he's even said it. I don't quite remember. I like the possibility of having multiple choices, like in where he's from or who he really is, and that's great. And that's the nice thing with the Dark Knight films. It's like you had an origin. He was just there.
Yeah.
He was this crazy storm that was just there.
So I heard that someone said too that he might have been a soldier.
Yeah, like there's a great like fan theory that he was actually like an ex-Afghan soldier. Yeah, come back and he's pissed, and so he knew how to do like urban terrorism and stuff like that. So yeah, he's like, yeah, that's cool, that's great.
That's a good take on it.
You enjoy your little theory. I'm still just gonna stick with the fact that this guy is here. He doesn't need a point of origin. He just is. He simply is, and he's a complete opposite to Batman, and not in the sense of like what's the opposite of a clown. No, in the sense that like, Batman's about order and justice, and the Joker's about chaos and unpredictability. And that's fine. That's all you need to know. He's this character. He's outlandish. He's theatrical. He's about chaos and anarchy. That's all you need. That's the origin. That's it. Nothing else. I don't need to know his name was Drew and he was bullied as a kid and one day he went to the circus and saw creepy clowns and was like, that's an idea.
And who's gonna play it?
I don't need that shit.
Joaquin Phoenix.
I don't need that either. I want Adrian Brody to play the Joker.
Who?
Adrian Brody. We talked about him one day at work. Yeah, he was my original choice for the Joker.
Adrian Brody?
Yeah.
Because of the nose?
Because of the height. He has a stature. He's got the lankiness and he's got that long, thin frame.
Yeah.
But very musculature. If you saw Predators.
Oh, yeah, he got bulked up for that.
He can bulk up,
yeah,
but still maintain that thin look. And that's what the Joker is. Like, he's this toned, thin, lanky guy who can still kick some ass and go toe-to-toe with Batman.
There's an Adrian Brody movie. where he crashes a car in pretty much and in the forest, and then he's trying to get out of there, and he has no help, and he's just messed up. Forget the movie, but he plays pretty good, like desperate, like he looks desperate. So he's a good actor.
He's an excellent actor. Yeah, he's really funny. He's got the award to prove it. I think he would have been. I think he's a better choice. I think he's got the age. Like he's kind of neck and neck with Affleck. I think his age.
Oh, really?
But I think he'd be a good counter because Affleck got big for Batman. You have this kind of thinner guy, and you're like, oh shit, and he can go toe to toe with him. That'd be great.
He's got the job.
Like Joaquin Phoenix is fun, but he's a little too method sometimes. And like he did that one film like, a couple years back where he was like really weird, like I'm done acting through that crazy atmosphere and like
was
like,
that real or was that
that was all performance?
Oh,
he was living a character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really weird. So.
Oh, he did that for the movie.
Yeah, he did it for the movie.
And he
basically lived the whole character. That he was telling people, I'm done acting. I'm gonna be a musician now, like a rapper. Like,
yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck's happening? And then we found out like a year later, like it was all for a film. Like, he's dedicated. He's a great actor. It's great. Yeah, I'm all for that.
But he got back on his meds.
Yeah, right. Up the dosage, maybe. But I think part of acting, I think, to me, is that it's acting.
Yeah.
It's great if you want to get into character and you live it, but just like we do at work, you leave it at work.
Yeah.
Go home and be with your family, be with your friends, go chill. Do whatever you do on your days off.
Yeah.
You don't need to live the. I mean, it's fun, it's helpful, yeah, and some people they're great at it, but it's unnecessary. Some theater major out there going, that's no truth. There's no truth if you're not living the character. I don't know. That's fine. Relax, buddy.
Probably helps him.
It does, and I've done it. I did theater in high school and in college, and it was fun. I loved it.
Staying in character.
Yeah, I've done like character. I've been with a buddy of mine. We'll like dress up and we've done characters like in downtown and wandered around just to see what kind of reaction we get out of people. But that's more of like a social experiment than like someone's filming us for a documentary or something.
For like the Walking Dead show. Like that one guy, I think he's the character the whole time. Rick Grimes.
Yeah.
He's always in character.
Yeah, he's in character. Even like interviews, like he keeps some of the interviews. I know. He keeps that American accent.
Yeah.
Like he's British.
I know.
British.
When I first heard him,
yeah.
Like, what? Even that girl, Michelle. No.
Michelle?
No. I think she's British.
Oh,
there's
Maggie,
a lot of them.
Maggie's
British
too. Yeah.
That tripped me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out. You ever watch House?
House. Yeah.
Yeah, he's British too.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay. See? Yeah. Huh. He's British.
British actors.
Damn bastards. Taking the jabs. Damn Brits.
Idris Elba's British too, huh?
Idris Elba's Spider-Man's British now.
Oh,
Holland, he's British.
Oh, yeah.
Henry Cavill, Superman, he's British.
Chris Hemsworth?
He's Australian.
He's Australian?
He's Australian. He gets free pass. Australian. Yeah.
I didn't know he was Australian.
Yeah. But Henry Cavill playing Superman, he's British too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because if you watch
so maybe Superman is a British.
Yeah, Superman's a Brit now.
Brit.
Yeah. There's no good American Supermans. The Chris Reeves. And Tom Welling actually in Smallville.
See, now I'm going to protest that movie.
Right.
I don't want to watch that movie.
The mustache wasn't enough. He's British now too.
I know.
Oh god, mustache. I still haven't seen Mission Impossible. Yeah.
Oh, because he had a mustache.
He had a mustache for Mission Impossible,
right?
and then he go back for reshoots.
Yeah.
And this Paramount wouldn't let him shave the mustache.
That's weird.
So they had to, if you watch Justice League, he's got that weird kind of creepy mouth. So they digitally paint over the mustache. Like,
Justice League?
Yeah, Justice
I need to
League.
rewatch
He
that.
looks really weird in some scenes. Yeah, it looks like he's got like almost like a hair lip or like an overbite. Like, what the hell's wrong with him?
He can use a fake mustache.
Superman got Botox.
It's not him.
It's not him. There's no truth in this. Just my ass.
Dude.
I wish.
Oh man, that movie is good though.
I got some comments about Justice League.
Well, you didn't like it?
I liked it. I want to love it. I liked it. I want to love it because it's one of those movies that they really pushed it really quick, and I think the original idea that they had on the film was a better idea, and the studios got cold feet and like, well, we got to make it more uppity, more chipper like Marvel. Happy endings all around. No, you don't need that.
No.
Happy endings, root beer floats. No, we don't need that. You need to give me the good story that you started in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
The end's like, because by the end of that one, like they're saying that Batman's so guilty about what happened in Batman Superman, and like he addresses, I have killed people, and I deserve to die for the stuff for my sins I've committed, basically. And so like when he goes into the end of that film, when they go to that weird island with all the buggies. Like he's basically on a suicide mission. Like he's going to go and kill himself basically for the
What?
good of the league. Yeah,
I think I missed that.
precisely because it was cut.
Oh,
It was
okay.
cut. That whole idea was cut out of the film.
Oh.
And like they had so many good plans with that movie that were just cut. There was a scene where you got a little bit more of Flash interacting with people. Like you got to see Iris West, which would have been great to establish that relationship.
Yeah.
You got to see a little more stuff with Alfred and Bruce and talking with Diana about his guilt over what happened with Batman, with Superman.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, it's like there's stuff in that movie that was there that they had. It was in the film, and then once Zack Snyder stepped out for his personal reasons, and the studio went and just like took the studios to that film and just raped it.
So
And
that copy's not gonna be out.
that copy will probably not. I know there's been like a big old what's it called, petition to get it released, like a fan petition to
Oh,
get
really?
the Snyder cut of Justice League, but I don't know if the studio's ever gonna do it. It would be nice if they did, but because they brought in Joss Whedon and he did some rewrites and did a bunch of reshooting.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I will say I liked about the reshoots was that we got that great opening with Batman, where it's on the city on the top of a building. He's like stalking that guy.
Oh yeah. With
like,
that fire.
Yeah, like
it looked like the firefly.
Where he gets one of the parodies.
Yeah.
Like to me, it was like that was the highlight of the movie. For me, I was sitting there going, "This is the Batman movie I've wanted for 30 years."
That was the best part.
Just give me this for 2 hours,
yeah.
and I'm happy. This is a Batman.
To the rooftop.
Yeah, and he's doing something, flipping over the guy, and using the grapple gun, and jumping off roofs and stuff, and like going around corners.
Oh, man,
like that's Batman.
That was
like,
a good movie.
but then they just they died at the end.
What do you think about the Aquaman movie that's coming out?
I'm excited for Aquaman. Yeah, and like I know he was there for Comic-Con. I didn't see him, but
Seaman.
what was the awesome part? It's long, hard, and full of semen in the submarine. Yeah, Aquaman looks really fun. I'm really hoping that the studio kind of stepped away and just like, okay, do your thing. We've heard the fans; they're bitching at us, so we'll just let you do your thing, and hopefully it works. Because it can work. I mean, if you let the director, if you have to have either one or two things, a studio that has a plan so detailed and set that it works, like Marvel does,
Yeah.
or Kevin Feige had an idea. And yes, as the films progress and certain ones were hits, and it's like, oh my god, we expect it to be good, but not this good. So we kind of integrate that into the mix, and you can make it work still. That's great. Or you let the director and the writer make the film they put.
Yeah.
You have to let them make that film. And
who's directing?
Is James Wan, who did Saw. He did the Conjuring films. He did Insidious. He does a lot of horror.
Oh.
He's like his background's like horror films. Really,
That's
he's known
nice
for.
Jump.
Yeah, so now he's jumping into superheroes. Like, and the trailer for it looks good. You got Nicole Kidman in that movie. Like,
yeah,
I played the mother in
awesome.
Atlanta. Yeah, like what?
It really
looks fun. And Shazam looks hilarious. I'm actually really excited for that one.
When does that come out again?
That's supposed to come out, I think, next year. I think.
One more year.
I think next summer. I think it's coming. Yeah, Aquaman's coming out in December.
It's pretty soon.
Like November, December. It's gonna be coming. Yeah, it's coming. But Shazam, I think, is next year, and that looks fun. I showed that trailer to my dad, and he's like, "What?"
Shazam.
Yeah.
That was really good. Looks like that. I keep telling you, it looks like the Superior, the Mark Miller copied. I didn't know Mark Miller did that. But it looks just like it. It's so good.
Yeah. This September though, we got video games coming too.
Who?
We got video games coming out next month, right?
Oh yeah, the Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spider-Man is coming out soon.
I saw them playing that at Comic-Con. Like I was at the Marvel booth, and there's like 2 or 3 TVs, and like a little you can wait in line for God knows how long, but you can play the demos and such. Like
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. And it's amazing the money they spent on that game, and it's not even out yet because like they had this whole thing set up, and they literally had like little newspaper stands.
Yeah.
You can open the thing and pull out a newspaper. Like Spider-Man thing. Like, it says
Bugle?
Daily Bugle. Yes, I was like, I got one. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Did you got one?
I got one. Yeah.
Oh what?
Yeah. It's free. It's literally you just walk up to it, open the thing, and pull one out. I was like,
Really?
I saw someone. I was like, what the hell's that? I took a picture. I was like, this is a newspaper stand. No one sees this anymore.
The Daily Bugle. Nobody. Everybody's just walking past it.
Yeah. Like
Really?
Kids and I. What's that?
Paper machine.
Yeah, it's paper machine. You just put quarters in, you get paper. And eventually, if you want to have a bonfire, use that paper. Keeps you warm.
Keeps you warm at night.
Keeps you warm when you're squatting. What's that?
Yeah, that Spider-Man game was really good. Speaking of games, I heard there's this thing in Anaheim where it's like a VR.
Mm-hmm.
It's a VR where pretty much it's like super interactive. And it's like there's a Star Wars one, I think, and they're coming up with a Ghostbusters one.
Oh,
I need to look up the name of it.
Ghostbusters one.
Yeah, but
I'm down
I
for
guess you could
that.
actually like, yeah, you have a gun in there and everything. Oh man.
Have you done at the Microsoft store? There's a VR experience they had, like when they first started doing the VR things with phones.
No.
They put you like in a little kind of like a little ring on a treadmill basically,
Oh.
and they give you like a stick and a small thing with like a sensor on it, like
No
a shield,
way.
and you literally are doing like, and you got the VR thing, you got headphones on, so you're fully immersed. With vision and sound, you are immersed in this world, and you even touch with the stuff, and you're like fighting zombies or something like that, like with a sword and like a shield. Yeah, it's like, and you watch people just like doing stuff, and like, and they have the TV. Like you can see what they're seeing, but obviously inside there, it's coming at you.
And see, like, I've never had a VR. I've never
you never had a VR? You never played with one?
No.
I had a manager at my old job, and he had one, and so he's like, I was in the office getting something. He was in there like playing with it, and I go, George, behind you, go, and he's going like. I don't even know what the hell he's saying. I'm just screwing with him just because he's got it on. So like tap your shoulder.
This is a little pony.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like Jurassic Park or like monsters like that like, coming out and like he's like freaking. He's like oh, look at this. And the VR thing is like really. It looks really cool, but at the same time, like I don't know. It seems so impairing in the sense of like you are cut off visually.
Yeah.
You can almost hurt yourself. But it's one step closer. Did you see Ready Player One?
Yeah.
It's a step closer to that.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
Go into the Oasis. I just bought it the other day on Blu-ray finally.
Oh.
I finally caved in. Like okay, I have to buy it. It's a good film. It's not my favorite, but it's a Spielberg film, so I have to have it for my collection. So like okay, I bought it and I've watched it. It's like it's fun. The idea is good. The book's a little bit better.
Oh, there's a book?
Oh yeah, it's based on a book.
Oh okay.
Yeah,
oh.
But it's all completely like immersive 80s pop culture. So.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the stuff like the challenges and such in the book are a little more intricate, a little harder, and a little more obscure than what they give you in the movie.
Yeah.
But it's still the same base story, kind of Willy Wonka-ish. Dude dies and there's a contest for his fortune. Get your golden tickets, type of thing. So but yeah, it's fun.
Oh,
but stepping with the VR, we're getting closer to something like that, where it's fully interactive. Eventually, one day you'll see it will kind of like a whole bodysuit that you wear. You can feel everything that's happening. Yeah, eventually it's gonna literally plug in, just plug in and tune out.
It's just a small surgical.
Small little surgical implant. Just plug in there in the back of your head. What?
Everybody's doing it,
right? Then we're gonna get that one dude with the mustache. He's gonna unplug you, and you're gonna die in both places. Spoilers. You haven't seen The Matrix?
Oh, yeah.
Which if you haven't, what the hell are you doing listening to this show?
No, yeah. 20 years to watch that.
Damn, yeah.
It
has been 20 years, yeah. Next year's 20 years. 99. Shit. God, that's a scary thought.
But I remember when that first came out, everybody was trying to copy the whole...
Everyone copied it. Everyone parodied it. Scary Movie, Lampoon did.
Yeah.
And Deuce Bigelow, they did a parody.
Yeah, all the movies.
Everyone did. Animation did. Movies did. TV shows did. Everyone knew it. And it became that new pop culture thing.
The meme for the year 1999.
Yeah, it was bullet time. Her jumping.
I never saw that before in a movie.
No, it was the closest thing to a living anime that we'd ever seen. It's like taking a kind of anime style, anime fighting, and putting it into real with real actors.
That movie was
fun.
Keanu Reeves.
Fun. And then they butchered it with the last two.
Yeah,
it fell apart with the last two.
There was one, I think it's the second one or third one, where they have a traffic chase.
Second one.
Second one? That was good.
That was cool, but the sad thing is...
the vampires and everything? Oh, that was good.
But the sad thing was that the effects had not cut up with the idea yet. So, like, when they would do, like the slow bullet time in The Matrix, it still looks good even today. Like, it still matches. Like, when they pull the camera, you know that they did a full 360 shot, frame by frame, with the actors.
Yeah.
But when they did it on the car chase, on the freeway chase, and they slow it down to do the effect, you can just completely see the pixelation of the face. It's like, oh my god, he looks so plastic, and it does not work. Or when he fights all the agents in the courtyard, all the agents, and like at one point you're just like, oh man,
fake.
This just looks so fake. The fabric doesn't even look good anymore. It's like, and then they go all Dragon Ball.
Spoiled by Hollywood.
We got spoiled. They got excited by an idea. And we jumped the gun. We're like, okay, we gotta do it 10 times bigger now. But we're only 2 years updated on the effects. Like if they did it now, like if you redid the Matrix Reloaded now, it'd probably look amazing. If you look at how they did Thanos in Infinity War, it looks amazing.
Or when he fights with the Hulk.
Not even that, but like the overall detail. Like when they do close up on her face, You can see pores. You can see the hairs like people have on their face. You can see sweat on the brow and the wetness of the eye and the iris. Like it's so detailed now. It's amazing. And now I'm thinking, how he looked good for a character that you have to suspend your disbelief because he actually isn't real.
Yeah.
But how are they going to do it with Captain Marvel? Because in Captain Marvel, you're going to have a young Samuel Jackson and a young Agent Coulson through the whole movie. So you're going to have a whole movie with them younger.
You think they're going to be out for long?
Mm-hmm.
They have big parts.
I think so.
Really? Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
I was confused. Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Captain Marvel and they're almost one and the same. Captain Marvel is she was granted power from the Kree.
From the Kree.
Yeah, from the Kree race.
Oh yeah.
From Marvel. So yeah, stretch that name out, Marvel. So I mean that's where that came from. And then Miss Marvel, I think, was she was a superhuman, and she got her flight, I think, from Rogue, or Rogue got her flight from her.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, I have to go digging back in again.
But
yeah, so it's a slightly different character.
Oh yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah, it's fun though. So I'm really hoping that I'm really excited for that one.
Nah, Miss Marvel's gonna be good. Yeah. How about Avatar 2?
It's too late.
It's too late for that. No more.
Speaking
of effects,
I was watching a video about Avatar the other day, and like how it was like films you can't believe were #1 at the box office, and one of them was Avatar. It's like you believe it for the spectacle. I mean, it was groundbreaking effects. Like even I was very I was very hesitant on seeing it. I really had no desire to see Avatar.
Yeah.
Like it looked, okay, blue cats.
Blue cats.
And I went and saw it, and I was like, at parts of it, I was really blown away with the effects. Like you'd see, I saw it in 3D, and you could see the layering of like you're in a cockpit, and then you got the people here in the foreground, and then here in the midground is like all the screens and stuff again, like with the effects, and then in the background is like all these little blue cats running around, like but it's all clear. Yeah. It's not like the idea of like with vision, where stuff in the background is a little blurry because you're not focused on it. It was all in focus, so you can completely make out everything. And I think that's what it was that blew people away, was how in focus it was and how clear everything looked. Yeah, everything looked awesome. That was the effect. And even especially for 3D, the colors were amazing. And seeing it in 3D is like one of the few movies I would say was good in 3D.
I wish did they show that in IMAX?
Yes,
they did. They did?
Oh, yeah. It's worth that. It's worth the yeah, I did see it in IMAX. We paid like at the time like $15 at the time for the IMAX experience of it. And it was worth the experience. But after that, it's not the same at home. It's like, what was it, the other one people told me about, the Alfonso Cuarón, Gravity with Sandra Bullock.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have people tell me, like, it's an amazing film, like, but then you watch it at home, it's not the same. Because like, I think that's the nice thing about film, is that some movies need to be experienced in theater. Yeah. Which is why I tell you stop and download films.
I don't know what you're talking about. No. Other movies. Yeah. No, dude, I haven't seen that movie, Gravity. It's so long. I have it right here if you want to borrow it.
I might borrow it. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I know the ending.
Yeah.
I was like,
man.
Sure gets spun around and talking with Clooney, and eventually they separate. Like, all right. But yeah, I've heard it's a great film, and I believe it. It's Alfonso Cuarón. But
midway, I was like, is George Clooney coming back? Or is...
He did.
He did.
I saw Mission Mars. He did.
He's gonna meet Bruce Willis.
I mean, some movies should be experienced in the theater. I think people are starting to learn that again. Yeah. Because I watch Infinity War at home, on a big TV. It's like, yeah, that's kind of cool. In a theater, like it's amazing. It's amazing.
I went to watch it in the movies. It's just a different experience.
Yeah. For sure. I think, and part of it for me is, and I've talked about it here on the show, is watching a movie with an audience. Because I can watch a crap film. But if you watch a crap film with a fun audience, that like they know it's crap too, and they're gonna have fun with it.
Yeah. What, like The Room?
Like The Room. Or even like you ever see the movie The Boy?
The Boy. Oh yeah, yeah.
The family has a little mannequin, and the girl from Walking Dead has to go and take care of it for like the weekend, and like all this creepy stuff happens in the house. It's live. It's live.
I'm confusing that movie with Boy.
Oh. Yeah.
When they follow him for like 14 years or something.
Oh, yeah, a different film.
Totally
different movie. Very different film. But the one, The Boy, is like, I knew it was going to be a crap film. Like, okay, it's going to be kind of like a B+ level horror movie. Kind of like haunted house type thing. All right. I went in and I saw it with my family. And this one was just like, oh, God. And like parts of it were like really good. Parts of it were like, okay, cool, this is kind of neat. Go this way, go that way with it, it'd be really cool. At one point, you're kind of over it. Like, just end this film already. And at one point, the character she's walking around going, "Is that you? Are you there?" Like she thinks it's fully alive. Are you there? And my mom's in the theater, and she goes, "No." And the whole theater busted up laughing.
Really?
It was hilarious. Because it's a dead quiet theater. Because everyone's like,
everybody didn't care.
And so she literally cut the tension with that call, and just like people bust out laughing. I was like, will you watch the movie again? No, but I have that memory. And that was hilarious. That made the movie. Because other than that, I don't care about it. But I think some movies are better with an audience. Watching Deadpool with an audience, so fun.
Great.
I saw Deadpool 2 at a screening.
I want to see the super duper cut. Oh, did you see that yet?
Yeah, I have it.
You have it?
Yeah, I have it. Watching that with an audience makes it 10 times funnier than it probably deserves to be.
Oh, really?
Because it's already a funny movie, and it's pretty bloody and graphic.
Yeah.
But watching it with an audience that is just as into it as you are makes it so much better.
You just feel the energy.
You feel the energy. Yeah, you feel the energy of like the kids in the room and the parents and everyone who saw it the first one. Like oh my god, and the fans, you just losing it together. You're all peeing your pants in hysterics.
You went to go see a screening of that, right?
Yeah, I saw it about a week early. I saw it.
A week early?
Yeah, I couldn't say anything about it either. Like, had to sit on my rating for a while. And the screenings are kind of hit and miss. Like sometimes they're really good films, and sometimes they're like, I'm glad I saw it for free.
Which one did you go see recently?
I just saw the Happy Time Murders.
Happy Time Murders.
Happy Time Murders.
How was that?
It could be better than it is.
Yeah.
It's still I like the idea of it because it reminded me a lot of Roger Rabbit, where it's a world where you're living with these.
It's like a little darker.
It's like a darker version of Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Because like in Roger Rabbit, it's a world they're living with tunes. They live and interact with cartoon characters, and like there's nothing weird about it. Same thing with the Happy Time Murders. You're living in a world with puppets, and there's nothing weird about it. And while they try to get a little political with it, and not in the worst, not in a bad way, but more of like like there's like racism towards puppets.
Yeah.
They're called fuzzies or fluffers, things like that.
That's what they call them.
Stuff like that. You're stuffed with fluff. Get out of here type thing.
Yeah.
Humans only type thing. No fluffs or something like that. Yeah, but no felts.
That's funny.
It's really weird. Dogfight. But the idea of it was hysterical. The idea that it living with puppets was fun, and it wanted to be a serious movie, and it kind of was, and it kind of wasn't, in the sense of like, it tried to be still like a serious kind of crime film, like a Bogart, detective talking to himself with the narration, and they try to do that. And you're mixing that in with like, how did this puppet die? It was attacked by dogs and ripped apart by dogs. Like, it sounds graphic if it was a real person, but watching it be a puppet is hysterical. And you're like,
I don't want to watch that.
Like this puppet gets blown away by a shotgun instead of like, fecal matter or brain splatter and blood all over the wall like a Tarantino film. And you just see fluff fly all over and slow, cascade down like rain. It's white stuff, and you're like, this is so wrong, but it's hysterically, and I feel so weird laughing, but because I shouldn't, and then I am. And it's like it had really good ideas. I just think it might have taken itself just a little too seriously, a little more seriously than it should have. It would have been really funny. Yeah. And it's predictable. You could see where it was going. But there is like one of the nice things they did on the end credits, is they show you some of the footage with the puppeteers, like before the effects are done. Yeah. And you look at it and you're like, wow, this is really cool. It's really funny. Like I want to watch the whole movie again like that. I want to see the puppeteers. It's cool. Like there's parts of it that are really cool. Yeah. So that's one that's worth seeing at a screening. Or there's movies that I never would have thought of seeing. I saw Hostiles back towards the beginning of the year. I saw that at a screening, which was Christian Bale. Yeah, with the where he's
I saw that too.
You watch it?
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Really?
I really liked it. I thought
It's really
good
slow
drama. Yeah, it's a slow burn, but it's really good drama, really good storytelling.
Really?
I was like, I probably never would have seen that by myself in the theater. Not because I wouldn't be interested, but I probably just wouldn't have found the time. Like, yeah, all right, well, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
I never would have gotten to it. I got to see it. Like, wow, that was really good. I was really surprised.
Oh man, I have so much stuff to say about that movie.
Oh god.
It's just like,
first off, the
how did she get over it?
That dude from Walking Dead comes in at the end. What the hell? I'm gonna kill him.
Rip off.
So, I mean, the screens are fun. I've learned a lot doing them. Like, what you can and can't do, interacting with people here and there, and you see a lot of the same people over and over. And that's nice because you kind of get familiarity. Oh, hey, you doing? Oh, you're ready for this? Oh, yeah, I'm ready for that. You're doing this? Oh, yeah, I'm doing that afterwards. And,
Oh, cool.
how was Comic Con? What'd you do during Comic Con? I did this. Oh, what'd you do? I did that. Yeah.
Oh, so you guys, everybody kind of knows
Yeah,
each other.
you kind of, yeah, a little bit of like a clique, kind of like a film school group or something like that. So I was like, all right. Yeah. But I like doing them. Screens are fun.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. I've enjoyed them, and I've enjoyed writing because I got to see Ant-Man about a week early.
Well, you saw Ant-Man too. Oh, you see, how do you get the screens?
Well, certain ones, like the ones that most people get to them, are through like groups. Like they do tickets on the radio, they do tickets on TV.
Oh yeah.
But there's one called Allied San Diego. It's a group, and like you sign up and you can like be under like contests or win tickets. Or sometimes I get them through my AMC membership with AMC theaters. Like, hey, you can get tickets to the screening on this day for this time. You'll be here this time. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, so there's a bunch of
ways to get in. Yeah, because I'll see friends. Like I saw a screening of Last Jedi about a week before it came out. And I saw a buddy of mine from a comic book store. I was like, how did you get in here? He's like, how did you get in here? I was like, I know this person. How did you get in here? I got tickets. Cool. Yeah.
That's Jedi. When does that new Star Wars come out?
Oh, episode 9?
Episode 9.
Next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
Nobody's special. No one cares.
I had no problem with it. I don't know why people went off.
You were like,
I didn't care.
I think for me it's because like that's when Star Wars
Mm-hmm.
it was you were special if you were a Jedi. Now it's like everyone's special.
Oh my god. Everyone's special. Everybody's happy. Oh, that movie. Everything's awesome.
Everything is awesome. Yeah, I think that's why.
I think that might be part of it. And honestly, I think part of it is also like because Luke was so reluctant to help. And people are like, what the hell? I mean, he's Luke Skywalker. He's a hero. He should be going off. All right, let's go fight the Empire. Yeah. And then I'm like, this guy's tired.
He's like, no.
He's just like, screw this. I did my part. Y'all keep screwing up. You're on your own. Like the mission statement of the movie is him like lightsaber done. That's the whole thing. Like, okay, he's done. How do we convince him to do it?
It's like they fucked up his fucking.
Yeah, they broke his heart basically. Really, you look at it, they broke his heart.
Vacation.
That's what it was.
His retirement, pretty much.
Retirement. They're trying to get him to come out of retirement and come back to work. No.
No.
I'm retired. It's my day off.
No, if she didn't find him, nobody else would have found him.
No,
So she kind of fucked it up.
Yeah, it's her fault. Kill her. Right there, yeah, stab her. Throw her body in the X-ring. The clips. Give her to those weird seals and milk.
Just take her back to her home.
Leave her to the porridge. They'll peck at her like pigeons.
To the junkyard where she can belong.
Back to your junkyard, lady. You're no one. What? But I really like that. I like you shouldn't be here. You don't belong here. You're no one. What the hell are you doing? I like that. That was really cool.
Yeah,
that was really cool. It was like, what? This is by happenstance that you're here and you can do this. And I like that idea because that's part of what, even like how life is. Like, it's by happenstance you are here and you know this person and that's how you're able to do this job now. Yeah. Or, it's by happenstance that you weren't on this plane when this bad thing happened. Or you weren't on the freeway at this time when this bad thing happened. It just happened. Random. Or you just happened to win the lottery. You're no one. You just happened to put down your dollar one day and you won.
Yeah.
It's pure
I didn't see it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's taken a lot of examination to look at it that way. Like, to me, it is a slow movie. There's stuff I would have taken out. I don't need the O.J. Simpson race through space. I didn't need that. I didn't need to go to a planet where we really didn't need to be there at all.
The Millennium Bronco.
Oh my god. Yeah.
The O.J. chase.
The O.J. chase through space. I looked at it that way. I was like, oh god, this is just.
And when she flew into space and then she just somehow flew back.
That was all anime.
That's
she turned the whole ship around and blows through really quick, and then the sound comes like 30 seconds later. Like, oh my god, this is so visually that was cool.
Yeah,
that was cool. It looked so cool, and part of me was hoping that would have been Princess Leia
doing that thing.
Because you could have done each film they kill off an original character. Episode 7. Spoilers if you haven't watched it. If you haven't, what the hell are you doing? Listen to the show again. Spoilers, you kill off in episode 7. You kill off Han Solo in the worst way. It's like his son kills him when he's trying to help redeem him.
That was sad.
That was
I
I
cried.
cried my little eyes out. And I was a little pissed too because about 24 hours ahead before I saw it, a guy I used to work with spoiled it for me because he saw it down in Mexico.
No, he did not.
He saw it down in Mexico because it came out a week earlier there, and he took screenshots of that scene. He texted it to me and a friend of mine.
Why?
Because he's a dick.
What the fuck?
And I told him, I should have told him, like, next time I see you, I'm going to punch you. And so the next time I saw him, next time I saw him, I punched him. And he's like, what the fuck? I said, dude, you fucking ruined Star Wars for me. I hate you. I told you I was going to punch you. I punched him like 2 or 3 times. He was mad. Like, I'm surprised he didn't pick up a knife and stab me. I was like, dude, you ruined that.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's really messed up. The same thing kind of happened to me too.
I like 86 from Facebook and everything. Like,
yeah.
You're done.
Just blocked.
Yeah, I blocked. No way. I was so upset. So like,
that's horrible.
Yeah.
Texted you personally.
I have no problem having a movie spoiled for me. In like the sense of like, oh,
accidentally.
Like if you tell me, like if you come to me and say, oh, hey, Han Solo dies at the end of Star Wars. Shit. How? Like, you know, then I want to go see it and find out.
Yeah.
That it almost adds a little more intrigue. Like, you know, hey, at the end of Sixth Sense, yeah, the other person actually goes, ooh, you gotta see it, okay? So, but I will not spoil a movie for someone. Like, it's not like someone's like, oh, I didn't watch Star Wars. Just how's it? Tell me. No, I'm not gonna tell you. What's the Darth Vader thing? Just tell me. No. You gotta see it. You gotta experience it because part of it's the experience. Yeah. Well,
it's good.
Like if you had spoiled the end of Rogue One for me, I probably would have killed someone. Because to me that was actually that was actually almost a better film.
I didn't know they were all gonna spoiler.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
They're all
gonna yeah.
Well, that was my theory on Rogue One. Was like this movie ends one of 2 ways. Either like she and the droid live, and how you would have to do it is take the original ending of Star Wars, use it, and then instead of being like you hear the ceremony and you move the camera over to one side or the other. You still hear the ceremony like background noise going on. They're giving the medals to Han and Chewie and Luke.
Yeah.
But over here in the corner are her and the droid.
Oh.
And that's how you end it. Like that's one way you end it, or they all have to die.
Oh. Man.
And they did that one. But then
it was really good.
It was really good. But not only did they end it that way, then they give you why Darth Vader is so scary again, and they made him badass again with that 90 seconds of just like. Pure bliss. And like as soon as the guy pulls the lever and says launch, the ship drops out. And I'm like, oh my god, it's everything I ever dreamed of. It's like that's so brilliant.
It happened right after.
Yeah, that's so smart. So I was like, okay, that's creative. That's good collaboration.
Does Solo have something like that too, where they tie it into the old movies?
Yes, they do.
Spoiler.
Yes, they do. They do have a tie-in on Han Solo. Not quite as good, at least to me. It kind of ties in like the animated series, like Clone Wars and stuff like that. It ties those in a little bit, or even like Rebels. If you ever watch Rebels, it kind of ties those into it. The thing with Solo, my issue with Solo, is not that it's a bad film, but it's a film I have no stake in because I know these characters are gonna live.
Oh yeah.
Like I know Han Solo's gonna be okay. I know Chewbacca's gonna be okay. I know Lando Calrissian's gonna be okay. I know the Falcon's gonna be okay because I'm gonna see them all later.
Yeah.
And the one thing about it that you lose with Han Solo is that when you meet Han Solo in Star Wars, he's a pirate. He's out for himself. He wants his money. He's only doing it for the money because he's got a debt in his head.
When he meets
Luke and Obi-Wan in his bar, yeah, that's his whole thing. He straight up says, these guys must be really desperate. This could really save my neck. He needs the money. That's all he's about. He wants the money so he can go pay off his debts and be left alone. In Solo, they make him a hero.
Yeah.
But really, he's not a hero. He's the anti-hero. He's kind of like Wolverine, or even a little like Deadpool. He's the anti-hero. He's only a hero if he wants to be, or if it works for him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's out for himself. And they kind of take that away in
Solo. Really?
A little bit. So it's like
I didn't watch that.
Like if you watch Solo and then you watch Star Wars, it kind of takes away his edge in Star Wars.
Oh.
Yeah, it takes that away a little bit. And the other crappy thing is like when we cast a young Han Solo. I've already seen young Han Solo. Harrison Ford was in his 30s when he did that movie in '77. I've already seen young Han Solo.
This is your CGI.
Show me baby Solo. Yeah.
Maybe that's why they didn't care because it wasn't.
Maybe. But it was like, I mean, there was some cool stuff in there. They had like a cool, the whole train chase thing was kind of cool. Really? That was fun. They show you the Kessel Run, which is not at all what I thought it would be.
With the whole thing he's talking about, the whole movies.
Yeah. We gotta go to Kessel and you gotta do the Kessel Run, and no one's made out of here and like this fast, otherwise you get caught or you'll explode your ship or whatever the hell they talk about. And like, but when they showed me the Kessel Run, I was like, really, this is it?
The whole thing he's talking about.
Because to me, the Kessel Run is like the Indy 500. Like all these ships got to race.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's kind of like the pod race, but not as long. And maybe a little bit better on the dialogue. Like that to me is what the Kessel Run should have been. Like all like 2 or 3 ships all going for one thing. Kind of like capture the flag. Like 3, you're all going for it, and then all of a sudden you're getting chased out because someone else is coming after you. Yeah. That should be the Kessel Run, and it wasn't.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't that. I was like, all right.
I gotta watch that, man.
I mean, it's worth watching just to watch it. You want to have a little bit of escapism, watch it. But it's like in the Star Wars pantheon, it's unnecessary because it's a story I don't need. I don't need to care about. I don't need it.
I keep hearing they're gonna make Boba Fett.
I keep hearing that too, and that's another one I don't need.
Because
Boba Fett is again like the Joker. I don't know where he came from. I don't know his story. I don't need to. He's badass.
He's
just leave him alone. He's just there, and he's cool. Even though he went out like a bitch in Jedi, where he just crashed into a ship and gets eaten by the rectum in the sand.
The rectum. And why do you keep saying he got away from that though?
That was a comic book. It doesn't count.
Comic
book. Move on, nerds.
Nerds. Not real. Fake news. There was.
It's fake news, all right? It's the worst news ever. They're lying to you. I know the best. I know the true story of Boba Fett.
He died.
It's amazing. It's totally amazing. Unbelievable.
They used to have some figures of Boba Fett, and he would like bust. He was just like flying away, like with his jetpack, and he's shooting down, and some like the testicles are coming up. Tentacles. I'm sorry, tentacles.
Testicles, huh? Wow. They don't happen.
This is a AAA shop.
Star Wars, a porn parody.
I watched the Raw Star Wars.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't Star Wars at all. This is how my friends told me at all. William Falcon, where?
Booby Foodie?
It said Han Solo. I thought it was Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Han Solo. That's a different meaning here.
I was like, well, oh, is that Chewbacca?
Princess Leia. What the hell?
Oh,
yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't need a Boba Fett movie. The movie I do want, the movie I think, if you ask anyone who literally wants a good Star Wars like legacy film, like here's a story no one really knows, give me Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Tell me what he was doing for 20 years in the desert. Tell me that story, and then you can do, because again we're doing CG transitions with characters where they're changing effects and they're doing aging and bringing back dead people with CG.
Yeah.
Show me the transition between Ewan McGregor and Alec Guinness, and like that's how you end the movie. It's like he like walks off in the sunset and then you kind of see him come back. Like because like 2 years later he comes back and it looks like Alec Guinness and you end the film there.
I forgot my keys.
Yeah. I forgot my keys. Where did I leave the lightsaber again for the kid? Oh no! Perfect ending. Perfect ending.
For what?
For the Obi-Wan movie.
For Obi-Wan?
Yeah. You tell whatever story it is, so like, you span like 10, 12 years of his life in the desert as an older man, making his way, still always watching over the Lars farm and Luke as a boy. Like he can see Luke as a boy, he's always watching, and R2 kind of recognizes him, but not really. Oh. Like he's this crazy old wizard out there. He's having all these adventures with like sand people and Jawas and fighting like monsters and stuff from the desert. And then you end the film with him arriving into the canyon where Luke is with sand people, right when he gets jumped by all the sand people. And when he comes out and you first meet him, he's like, I'm making that weird noise with the
yeah.
That's where you end the movie.
Oh.
That's where you end it.
Yeah, cool.
Like you end it with him up on the cliff, like he sees Luke and C-3PO there and sees the sand people attack him, and then he goes to go down the cliff. Credits.
He just randomly stumbles up on them?
No, like he knows he's gonna be out there. Like he's been watching him, like taking care of him this whole time. And he sees him get into some some hot water. Oh. So then you end it with him walking into that scene. And that's where you end it.
And he just puts the coat on.
You see him pull the cloak on. Credits. You're like, oh my god! Like that's how you should end it. That's your. I'm gonna copyright this. Cool. This is my ending. Don't you steal from me?
If I see this, I swear to God.
If I see this, I'm gonna sue Disney. With what? With Manny.
I'm punching people.
Punch George Lucas in the face. George Lucas isn't involved at all. I don't care.
Oh, he's not.
He sold it all.
Oh, no.
He sold it all to Disney.
Oh, he's living like a fat rat.
Like
then,
$4 billion.
Oh, super fat rat.
Oh yeah. What was the other thing we talked about? We talked about the other day at work was Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise? Oh, that's with
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Rock. You said he was making a movie with Robert Zemeckis?
Yeah, he's making. Oh, he's making. I don't know if it's like a TV movie or a or if it's gonna be a theatrical release of King Kamehameha in Hawaii.
King
And he's gonna be
Command?
playing King Kamehameha,
Who is that?
the King of Hawaii.
Oh.
Who's that? There's a statue of him there.
Didn't they already make a Disney movie like that?
That was Moana.
They already made that. What the hell?
Yeah, he was Maui, right? He's the same guy. That's racist.
Racism.
What were you saying? I was the same.
That was a live action Moana movie.
You know, give it 10 years, we'll get a live action Moana. I'm good with it. I don't care about the live action films. Not that I don't want to see them, but like, you know, do it. I still got the animated one. If it sucks, I didn't really care for Cinderella. It was cool, but you know, I still got the animated one at home. It's fine.
No, that doesn't hurt me. The Beauty and the Beast one was pretty good.
Was pretty good. Yeah. You know, not my favorite. And they added in like 2 more songs. Which was, I didn't need. Yeah. No one in the movie could really sing, but that's fine. You know, I mean, Gaston good. It was amazing. Like, wow, they made LeFou, you know, closet homosexual basically. It's all about Gaston.
On his nuts.
But I didn't care. I mean, the Dumbo one was like, I
don't know. Dumbo one?
Yeah, they got one coming out in March for Dumbo. I don't know because I love Dumbo. Dumbo's my favorite animated film. That's what everyone tells me.
Is it gonna be like a prequel, a sequel, or? Is it
I think it's gonna be like a pseudo sequel, like. But instead of what bothers me is like, you're saying, oh, yeah, no animals are gonna talk in this one,
really?
And you know, they're gonna kind of. It seems like they're gonna hint at like the pink elephant thing, but not really do it.
No animals are gonna talk.
Yeah, the animals are gonna talk. Oh, so it's like so what? We're not gonna get Timothy Mouse or the bitchy elephants or the crows are gonna be the biggest thing though, because to me it's like everyone's like, oh, the crows are so racist, you know, it's derogatory against black people, and I was so bad, you know.
But that was the time.
Precisely, that was the times. You got to think about that movie was set in it came out in the 40s, came out right before World War II. So it's probably set within 10 years of that.
Yeah.
Probably when you said it. So obviously that was the time. That's how we knew it. And it's not like they were trying to be racist against black people. They're representing what they saw.
Black people.
And especially if you're going to do it as a song and dance, you're going to do song and dance. And if you've seen anything like Bojangles, where you see black people
and all that.
do dance, song and dance, that's what they represented. Music, and the music was good. And oh, it was racist. I mean, the main crow was voiced by a white guy. Yeah, but the rest of them were all genuine black actors and singers and performers. That's why the song is so good.
Yeah.
It's like you got to do it. Oh, well, they're representing the stereotypes of black people. You know, whatever, man. Get over yourself. Relax. It's not you.
Crows now is gonna be Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber.
Crows gonna be an NSYNC reunion. It's gonna be NSYNC reunion. Backstreet Boys are gonna collaborate.
Backstreet Boys are gonna be.
98 Degrees is gonna be the background because no one cares about them.
90 Degrees. Whoa, you reached way back.
Those deep cuts in the 90s. Y'all remember that shit? Yeah, it's like, you know, I'm probably gonna see Dumbo. I'm gonna be nervous about it because I love that movie so much.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it's one like, just, you know, grow up here and just do that film. If you're gonna remake it, just do that movie. Whereas The Lion King, I'm not as nervous about because they did such a good job with Jungle Book.
But is this as the same director, huh?
Yeah, Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau?
Jon Favreau directing.
He made an Iron Man movie too, right?
He made 2 Iron Man films. He's produced like the bunch of the other Marvel films. He did Zathura.
Yeah.
It's like Jumanji, but space.
Yeah.
That's his. Elf is his.
Elf?
Yeah.
With Will Ferrell?
Yeah. That's
really?
That's the first one he directed was Elf.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the doctor. He plays the doctor when he takes him to do the blood test.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the doctor. Yeah.
I didn't know he directed that.
Yeah, that's his first direction.
That's good.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I trust him to do Lion King. And he's got a cast. I don't really need Beyonce to be Nala. That's, you know.
Beyonce?
Yeah, she's the voice of Nala and the singing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, whatever. I settle down there, ego.
Who's gonna be Pumbaa and Timon?
Seth Rogen.
Come on.
I forgot the other guy.
Who's he gonna be, Pumbaa?
Yeah, Seth Rogen and Pumbaa. Come on, Stoner Pumbaa and Timon.
Okay, yeah. They're gonna have James Franco as fucking Timon,
right?
Or what?
That'd be awesome. That would have been a good choice. James Franco or Michael Cera.
James Franco. Oh man.
That would have been good.
Who's gonna be the?
You got Donald Glover as Simba.
Okay,
Simba.
cool.
But they did pull James Earl Jones back from Mufasa.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna be Mufasa.
Wow.
He gets to do it. He gets to die again. Spoilers.
You just ruined that movie forever.
Whatever. It's Hamlet. If you've seen or read Hamlet, you've seen Lion King.
You've seen it all.
Yeah, basically. I forgot who the rest of the cast is, but like, okay, I'm down. I'll see it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I kind of excited for the Mulan movie,
Yes.
a remake.
They're doing the animated film live action.
Live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's live action. So I don't know. See. The fun thing about the weird thing with the live action is sometimes they'll do the full animated film live action, like they do with Jungle Book, where all the animals talk and there's a couple songs.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they won't. Or it's like
all dark.
It's all dark, but it's all like serious. Like you better do Mushu, you better do Creaky, and that Hawk. You better do that stuff. Like you gotta have some fun too.
The first numbers of the whole movie.
Right, Christina Aguilera better come back and sing that damn Reflection song, and bring us all to tears and make us think about how pretty we all are on the inside. Like give me that, and you better give me bring back Donny Osmond and tell me he's gonna make a man out of me.
Donny Osmond,
because he sings it. That's Donny Osmond. Yeah, that's his song. Yeah, or get a bunch of Asian guys to sing. Was it "Girl Fighting For"?
Oh yeah.
Like give me these songs.
Oh,
if you're gonna do it, do it.
Or would you like it like that or darker?
I would like it like that. I don't need it darker. Give me the exact same movie with the detail of the real world. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Just okay. If you're gonna make it live action, then show me the real look of China at the time. Make it look as real as possible. Show me the Great Wall. Show me the culture, down to like the smallest thread in the fabric of like a lotus. Show me that stuff. Great. But keep the same story. If you're gonna keep that story that the anime film is, then keep the songs. If you're gonna say I'm making the live action Disney film, okay, the Disney film is musical, so you better keep the damn music in the musical.
Yeah.
Like let's have some fun with it. Show me some stuff. Do the ancestors where they're all ghosts and bring George Takei back as one of them. Come on, he's Japanese. Who cares?
No one cares.
That's right. You illegal. Are you sort of saying no? It's about cultural representation. He's not Chinese. Whatever. Just picking at threads here, man. Whatever.
Oh man.
It's like that part of it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Because I'm all for representation. We talked about this yesterday or so, or to me representation wasn't that they look like me. It's that they're like me.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's representation. And that's why I love Kevin Smith films, because I'm like that. I talk about movies and shit like that. And obviously, we're doing this here.
Yeah.
So obviously, I feel involved or part of that world.
Yeah.
Part of your world.
They're going off on the Disney.
So I feel part of it without having to feel like, well, they don't look like me, so they're not representing me, and I don't feel included, and then they cry, bitch.
It's not right.
It's not right. But I got a taste of it with Rogue One, going back to Star Wars, with Diego Luna playing Cassian Andor. I was like, oh my god, yeah, this guy does look like me, and he's in a Star Wars film, and that's kind of cool.
Space.
It doesn't define me, and I don't all of a sudden feel like Star Wars means so much more to me now, because Star Wars always mattered to me, because I was a kid and I saw it.
Yeah.
So it always mattered to me. It didn't matter that Harrison Ford didn't look like me. He was badass. And that's what I loved.
Yeah.
And Luke Skywalker was like, oh, gee, I wish I had adventures. Yeah, me too. I get you, kid. Like, that's what representation is. It's representing your hopes and dreams and aspirations. Not that, well, they don't look like me, so they have no idea what I feel like. And since I'm going to go on this tangent, we talk about TV a little bit, and I think you and I talked about Batwoman.
Oh yeah.
The other day, where they're casting Ruby Rose is cast as Batwoman on CW. They're going to do the big crossover event they do like once or twice a year.
Yeah.
With Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl. They're going to bring Batwoman in, which is Kathy Kane is her name, and she's a lesbian.
Yeah. Is that the first Batwoman?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I think only in the last like 10 or 12 years or so, they actually really addressed her sexuality in the comics. Like that, she's a lesbian. That's fine. Okay, cool, whatever. The whole thing to me that bothers me about it is not the casting; it's the backlash of people like, well, there's the comments. Well, now I feel represented in DC because I'm a lesbian too, and I feel I can relate to a character. If you can relate to a character because of how badass they are, because of how smart they are, because of how cool they are, or the personality, if that thing feel like you're represented, then you are lost, man. And it's like and some were bitching, which was very hypocritical and hilarious to me. At the same time, it's like talk about progressive, but yet you are the same angry people who are tearing apart this poor woman, saying, well, she's not lesbian enough, or she doesn't look like a lesbian, she doesn't act like a lesbian. That poor girl was denied roles left and right in her career because she was a lesbian, because she was too lesbian. She should have talked about it. You know, I got turned out. Like, I've been out since I was 12 or 14, whatever the hell she said. And so she had to leave social media. Because people were like, oh, she's not lesbian enough, or, you know, she doesn't represent lesbians. She's not like us. Like, you don't think there's levels to you the way there are levels to Hispanics or whites? You know, not every white person is, you know, some are very sophisticated. Nice. Y'all love Tarantino. Yeah. He's white. He has you, but he shares your views. Yeah. That's why you love him. You've looked past his whiteness, haven't you? Come on, it's the same thing. Yeah. I mean, and that's what bothers me about it, is like, don't ever cast a role to fill a a Benetton ad. Like, you know, everyone's representing all colors and all people and all races and genders and all this stuff. Don't cast for that. Cast the best actor. Yeah, cast for the acting. Like, by that reasoning, you know, well, Downey Jr. shouldn't play Iron Man because, you know, he's not a billionaire, playboy philanthropist. He's married and, you know, he's an actor. Exactly. Or Chris Evans should be Captain America. He was alive in the 40s. He's not a soldier. You know, if you know, well, that's ridiculous. No shit. Now look at yourself.
Keep it real.
I mean, Hugh Jackman's wonderful as Wolverine. He's not a mutant. He doesn't have healing in little claws come out of his hands.
Oh, he's Australian.
You know, he's Australian, not Canadian. Like, and like that's what drives me nuts about it. Is like, you know, well, I don't feel represented. You know, I'm not represented culturally. Yes, you are. You just don't remember it. Blood In, Blood Out is a great representation of Hispanic gang culture. Stand and Deliver, American Me. Like, these are movies that people forget about.
They're representative.
They're representative, but they talk about that time in that struggle. Yeah. Even Selena does that too. Or what's the one I'm thinking of? Even ones that you don't think of. End of Watch is a great film about police.
Oh man,
like, if you can get to the movie not cry, you're a robot. That movie's heavy. It's not just about police officers. It's about brotherhood, it's about friendship. Yeah, it's about camaraderie and work. It's a heavy film.
It's a good movie.
It's an excellent film.
Show the cholos again.
The cholos, yeah. even I think parts of Did you watch Bright on Netflix?
Bright, yeah.
Even
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, you're one of those.
Will Smith is too much for me in that movie. I'm just like, oh, tone it back. I heard he's making Bad Boys 3. What is it, 3?
Yeah, Bad Boys 3.
Yeah. With, is it Martin Lawrence coming back?
I think Martin Lawrence coming back. Yeah. He needs to do something.
Yeah.
Where has he been for God knows how long?
God, he
kind of fell off the face of the earth, yeah.
His stand-up was hilarious.
His stand-up was great. But yeah, I think Bad Boys 3 is happening. I think he's doing that because he was supposed to have another thing coming, and I think it got delayed. He's going to do Bad Boys 3 and I think Bright 2 back to back.
Bright 2?
Yeah, for Netflix.
Do we really need Bright 2 though?
I like Bright. Like, because you know what it did? It was a little heavy-handed. I'll give you that, but it still represented the whole classism and racism.
Yeah.
Through a different perspective. You know, like
the fantasy.
Yeah, through fantasy of, like, you know, there's orcs and there's elves and there's fairies. And you look at it the same way. There's whites, there's blacks, Hispanics. You know, there's Asians. You know, and there's still segregation. But now you have. It's not about our race. It's not about, you know, who we are culturally. It's who we are genetically. Like, we're humans and they're orcs. So fuck those guys.
They better get a real orc to play the orcs.
Right. You know, Bill Nicholson can't be playing an orc because, you know, he's not a real orc. He doesn't know what it's like.
You don't know shit.
Yeah. So he doesn't know what it's like to be orcs.
Yeah, that's true. But then, like, how about like in movies like Death Note and like Ghost in the Shell?
Now, to me, that's not cultural representation because you're talking about, like, Death Note. I haven't watched, I haven't read, so I really can't speak on that. But Ghost in the Shell, it's an anime. It's set in a fantastical world, a futuristic world.
Yeah.
So it's not representing a culture. It's representing a time.
Yeah.
So, and the character of Major, Scarlett Johansson's character, is not racially specific. She's an android, first off. Yeah. She's not even real. She's a living program.
Yeah.
That's what she is. It's basically Lucy, part 2. So I was fine with it. So I had no problem with that. It's like, you know, well, they're whitewashing movies here and there. Oh my god, whatever. Get up. By that reasoning, no one should have played Spock because no one else is involved. They're blind and prosperous. You know, it's the little stuff. I think, yes, if you can find the place to do representation, that's great. But don't be so heavy-handed about it. Do it in a way of, like, you know what, we're going to slide it in here, and if you notice it, cool. If you don't notice it, that's fine, too. I don't need to make a big deal about it.
Yeah,
like,
I think they
oh my god, we're casting a lesbian to play a lesbian character. Oh my god, look at us. We're doing so good. We're progressive. Whatever. Get over yourself.
Like, towards where they attack the person. Like, that's messed up.
Or even with the girl from, we were talking about Last Jedi earlier. Kelly Marie Tran. She got lambasted. You know, she's the first Asian in film.
Yeah, she said they made her feel fucked up.
Yeah, they really destroyed her emotionally. But I mean, she came back. She made the whole statement last week that she put out. Was talking about, really, it's she let it get to her, and it's really her own thing. And here's who I am, and you haven't seen nothing yet. And fuck you guys, basically. And that's great. That's the whole way it should be.
Yeah.
Don't care about what other people say. And after she was originally kind of bullied off of social media, I actually wrote my own piece on it as well. It's on our Facebook page. I wrote about it, and I basically is like, until you have the balls with skills to put yourself out there so blatantly for people to judge you who don't even know you, fuck yourselves.
Yeah, dude.
If you can't, and that's the nice thing that we have now with social media, with Twitter, with Facebook, with podcasting, is I can sit behind the microphone and say, this is gonna suck because of this and that, and I hate this and that, and you can't get me because you don't know me. Come and get me, buddy. I'll tweet whatever to whomever, and that's the nice thing and the bad thing about it.
Yeah.
Is that you people are so bold to be like, well, here's what I really think, Tarantino. Suck a dick.
You're not putting your face in that.
Yeah, I'm not putting my face out there for you to hit me right back after I say something, and I can hide.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing about it. Is like people have no problem saying the worst kinds of stuff, the most derogatory, the most hurtful things to a person they don't know at all. You don't know this person. For all you know, you and her are completely compatible, neck and neck. Could be soulmates. Yeah. Basically. But you're gonna just tear her down because of one thing.
Because she ruined your movie.
Yeah, because you're just angry at the movie. You need to take it on someone. Oh, she's an Asian chick. She's new. Get her. And that's the sad part of it. That's the sad part of all of it to me. Is just it's so disheartening. It's like for a time where people are talking about being progressive and being, what's the term? Not just progressive. Modernized and moving forward, and we're better than the last generation because we do this and that. Show me, because clearly you're not. I mean, you're just as bad as that's my parents' fault. No, it's your fault. You're a person too.
No. You're the one saying it.
You're the one doing it. Oh, it's white people. It's not just white people. I'm a gay Jewish kid. Now, if you're represented in Marvel films at all, well, I can't help you there. I mean, it's wild. It gets wild. It gets overly ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever felt that yourself, but
no.
I'm kind of whitewashed myself, but I don't care.
I don't really see that.
I get it from both ends.
Yeah.
I get it from both ends. I've had, in my, I'm gonna go into a little personal history here. In my dating life, I've dated a lot of white girls, and I've dealt with racism from parents because I'm Hispanic.
Yeah.
But then I dealt with racism from Hispanics because I don't speak Spanish.
Because you're whitewashed.
I'm whitewashed.
So you're in that bit in the middle.
I'm right in that little kind of gray area, lonely island basically. A man without a country.
Yeah, I think that's why after a while, after being like that, because I feel like that too. After a while like that, you just become desensitized towards.
Yeah, and I don't feel represented. Go fuck yourself. I don't feel represented, man. Yeah, I'm pushed out of two cultures. Screw yourself. You got your group, and you just want to be with everyone else. That's cool. You still got home.
Just because you want to be Mulan and fucking the Disney remake.
Be the cricket. I'll be the cricket. Be the cricket.
I'll be cool with that.
Live action Mulan, though, I hope it's good. I hope it's really good. The live action Mulan could be really good.
They should do a live action Peter Pan bit.
Oh, God, we've had so many live action Peter Pans. We've had some good ones like Hook and Peter Pan in 2005. We've had some bad ones like the one from a couple years ago with Hugh Jackman.
That Hook one was really good.
I love Hook. Hook is one of those movies.
That's a good thing.
Hook is one of those
Peter Pan in the future.
Yeah. Grown, and that's basically what what was it that I saw? It's basically kind of like that. It's Christopher Robin.
Oh yeah, how's that?
It's
you
good.
saw that?
I saw that. Yeah.
Nice.
I saw that with I saw Christopher Robin, and it's basically it's kind of like
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, it's live action Winnie the Pooh, but it's basically a Hook 2.0. It's he grew up and forgot. And now we got to come back to the 100-acre wood and remember who we are and find your childhood again type thing. It's kind of the same thing. It my parents went and saw it. My mom was like, yeah, your dad cried. And really? my dad is not one for I see my dad cry in 5 movies.
Really?
I've seen him cry in Rudy,
Hook.
Hook.
He cried in Hook?
He cried in Hook.
Really?
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
With the end when
Yondu? Yeah, because my dad and I have that kind of relationship. Right? He's not my father, but he's my daddy. And, like, we have that relationship. So we were in the theater, like we saw it at the lot in Point Loma. They have a nice theater, you know, with the seats and everything. They bring you food.
Yeah.
Like we saw it there, and like at the end of the movie, I can hear him going. I can hear like playing next to me sniffling, like wipe a tear away. Like, oh my god.
Were you crying too? Did I get to you
yeah,
too?
I was crying. Yeah, I was crying. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That Coco
3. That's
I'm
4.
Coco. And apparently he cried Christopher Robin, so that's 5. Like,
5 movies.
That's 5 movies I've heard of or seen my dad crying.
Yeah, like, that's when I was little. I would always try to find movies that would like show my mom that she might like, and those stories where she might, cry and stuff, like make her cry, maybe she'll like this. I cried, maybe she cried. I cry in so many fucking movies now.
I do. I cried in all the Lord of the Rings movies. I cried in the beginning of Star Trek 2009. That whole space battle thing was so cool.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I was like in tears at the end of that part.
Oh man, there's a bunch of movies, man.
Coco, I cried. I fall apart in Coco. Like I went and saw that with my mom, and then we found out halfway through. Okay, it's about the grandma. Okay, I remember my grandma. She passed away about 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, I was thinking about you.
We saw that. They're like, okay, and they're like, oh my gosh, we're just making you're gonna see ball tears of giant crocodile tears. Okay, whatever. I'm sitting there going, no, okay, I'm gonna get those last like 5-10 minutes when he comes back and plays for her. And was like. He like fell apart in the theater. I was like,
just trying to hold it in.
Inconsolable. He's like, my mom looks at me like she had like a twinkle in her eye, like
she cried.
She was a little bit, yeah. And she like looked at me and was like, she's like water, like an anime, like little wild rivers of tears coming out of me. And we get out of the theater like, oh god, it reminds me of grandma.
Oh man, yeah, it gets to you, man.
It gets to you.
Like even in Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 when he left his toys.
Schindler's Toy Box, where they're all gonna die. You cried twice in the movie,
yeah.
Because once they're all gonna die in the incinerator, like I watched. Okay, why you brought that movie up? Because I watched it back in like June. Again, I was at home, like before work.
Yeah.
I made a sandwich and shit. I'll chill and watch. Let's watch Toy Story 3. It's been a while. I've seen it in a while. It's cool. It's still funny. Oh yeah, it's Walking Dead season 3 basically.
Walking Dead.
I was like watching it, like okay.
Schindler's List.
It's Walking Dead, Schindler's List mixed together. So you get to the incinerator, like, okay, yeah, it's hard to get through. And okay, when they grab each other's hands, like, okay,
man,
this is getting heavy.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And then he goes to the whole thing, I'm like, okay, I'm over it. I'm through it. Okay, I got over the hump. Cool. Then he packs them all up. Okay, it's a little sad. And he goes to the house. And he's showing her all the little toys. This is Hampton, Dr. Porter, Mr. Potato Head. They're, they belong together. They're sleeping madly in love together and this and that. And he's doing that. It's Buzz Lightyear, greatest toy in the world. And I'm like, okay, cool. And he goes, and she goes, my cowboy. And he pulls her back. I'm like, oh god.
Oh yeah,
he pulls her back. Completely fall apart. He talks about Woody's your best friend. And like, I'm sitting like, oh my god. I look at my toys. Like, oh my god.
Look at my Wonder Woman. I'll never leave you.
And like the very end, we're like, so long apart. I was like, oh my god, don't go.
And then she rubs it in by making the toy way back.
I know, right? You little bitch. It was so good. Yeah, it's still one of those movies that still gets you. Yeah. And it's like, it's so fantastic.
It's like letting go of his childhood.
It's letting go of your childhood. And sitting there going, God, I can't let go of my childhood.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Like I have, but I can't do it again. Like it's so hard.
It's just so hard to see that. And then now that they're coming up with the 4th Toy Story,
like, where do you go with this?
I was like,
where do you go with that film? Like,
I don't think I'll cry for that.
I don't know. Because like even the first one was a little, like the second one was a little rough. It's a little heavy, and the second one was.
I like the second one. The
second one was good. Really good. Another one that gets me a lot now is even the end of Monsters Inc.
The monsters. Oh,
yeah, when he takes her back and
she has a little piece of the door.
Oh my god! That'll break your little heart. That one's good. Big Hero 6 made me cry.
The beginning, the first 20 minutes.
I saw that once the brother kind of spoilers. You haven't seen Big Hero 6. When the brother dies in the explosion.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And in my head, I'm writing it different. In my head, I'm going, what would have made this better is if the brother was the bad guy. He lived and he was the Kabuki mask guy. That would have been heavier. That would have been crazy. When Hiro switches out Baymax's system, becomes like that dark kind of killer robot, trying to kill him on Alcatraz Island in that warehouse thing, I was like, wow. I genuinely felt scared. I was like, oh my god, they're going really dark here. This is heavy. This is like Hulk, hulking out and just gonna kill the Avengers on accident because he's so angry. And then that ending where they go into the other kind of dimension thing, and he gives them the fist and he sends them away. It's like, oh, it's falling apart.
Yeah.
I was like, that's too much. Like,
Oh man, that movie.
You're killing this character. And I was with my ex at the time. She was falling. She was dying in the theaters, like in tears.
Crying.
Like, Inside Out was one that did not get me when I saw it.
I didn't ever finish watching that.
You never finished watching it?
No.
Like I watched it when it came out in the theater. I went and saw it in the theater. I'd just gone through a heavy emotional time in my life, so I was kind of basically dead emotionally.
Yeah.
And so I went and saw it. I was like, okay, this is kind of sad. All right, cool. And I got through the whole movie, like, all right, that was good. I liked it. And then about 9 months later, I was with my girlfriend, and we were watching it at her place with her and her son. And it got to the moment where they're stuck down in the where memories go to die, basically, and like they all fade away, they all kind of crack and cipher away.
Oh yeah.
And they're down there with Bing Bong, and it's Joy and Bing Bong, the imaginary friend, are down there, and they're trying to get out in the cart. And he jumps out at the end of their try, and so the cart makes it on top of the cliff again, and she's fine. And he's down, he's slowly fading away. You see the arm fading away in the body, and like he's like, "Take care of the moon for me." I just fell apart. I was sitting on the couch, he was like sniffling, like just tears, and she looks at me and says, "You okay?" Like, "Yeah, I'm good." Fine.
Kids looking at you like, "What the hell?"
Honestly, even Moana gets me now.
Moana?
Yeah.
What part?
Again, with the grandma.
Oh yeah, the grandma dies, huh?
Wow, that's heavy.
They don't care about killing anybody else.
I know, right?
Like the Game of Thrones of
Game of Thrones.
Disney.
Yeah. Disney's not on Westeros. Anyone can die. All right, bring it. Even Infinity War got.
Infinity War with Spider-Man, when Spider-Man passed away.
When Spider-Man goes. I mean, like the whole thing of it is really sad. Like you're seeing them all just kind of fade away. Bucky, I didn't care. Groot, I was a little heavy. Black Panther's like, wow, okay, he's going away too. Really, you're doing that.
Black Panther? Oh yeah,
he fades away.
Huh?
He goes away. You see Drax like seems so confused, and Star-Lord's like, and he fades away.
Oh yeah,
like,
wow. that was
like,
like,
wow.
wow.
Like they all kind of feel it coming. But with Spider-Man, it's like, he's like, I don't feel so good. He grabs Tony's. It wasn't what was happening. It's what he said. He's like, yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I was like,
oh yeah.
Like, I get it.
He's a good actor.
I get that. He's like, I don't want to go. He's holding on. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Like that just got me to my core. And like he falls. He's just like, I'm sorry, and he fades away. He's like, what? Why should you be sorry? Why is this kid sorry now?
What?
And then you see Tony kind of look at.
You
see Tony look at his hand. He's like, am I gonna go too? And he stays.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow. It's heavy.
Man.
Like that. Yeah. Infinity War still gets me. It still gets me. Like, I'll watch it. Like wow. Yeah. It's amazing. Like how much I let myself be taken away by film. People are like, oh, it's just a movie. You watch it. Like, yeah, but the whole point of a movie, the whole point of the experience, even of reading a novel, of watching a movie, playing a game, is that emotional experience too. You should be, if you're not fully immersed in it and taken by it,
so it's good.
Then why are you wasting your time?
Yeah.
If you can't let yourself be taken away, well, logically speaking, fuck logic, man. You got a kid in this movie who can sling webs and fly around the city. There's no logic to that. Toss it out. You got this big old purple dude with the scrotum chin, got a glove, and take out the universe.
Just feel the movie.
Just go with the movie, man.
I think that's what makes a good movie. It's one movie that makes you laugh, scares you, makes you cry, makes you
think.
Makes you think.
Some of them make you think. Like you look at it like this is a great. Like I never really thought about some of the Star Wars movies until I listened to Mark Bernardin talk about it. Like talk about episode 2. It's like, yeah, it's all crap, but towards the end you get the beautiful Geonosis battle, where it's like the clones of the droid army fighting. He's like in this big old sandstorm comes through. It's literally the fog of war. It's looking at it like, wow, he's right. It's literally like a fog of war.
Yeah.
You don't see anything but the blasts, the laser blasts at points, just sand. A storm, a desert storm, and these laser blasts going back and forth, just ending lives left and right. It's like, wow, this really is like a fog of war. I never thought of it that way. It's like it's really good.
Some movies are deep, man.
Yeah, some are really. And it's funny. It's like because we don't look at films like, oh, only serious movies can be so deep, and if it's a good drama, it's this and that. Like some things though can't. Like,
yeah.
We forget about anime movies. Like, it's an anime movie. It's a kids film. No, it's not. I saw Happy Time Murders. That's not a kid's film at all. Oh, there's puppets in it. Yeah, but they do some raunchy shit.
But you haven't seen what they do, though.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Kind of want to watch that.
Happy Time Murders? It's fun. She's fun. I'm kind of over her. And, I think she's a little too overexposed now. And she's lost a lot of weight. I'm still angry about Ghostbusters.
You didn't like Ghostbusters?
I hated it.
Oh, really?
I hated it.
I liked it. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be like the original for sure.
I wanted to like it.
But it's still funny. It has funny moments.
It's got a couple like the blonde chick, Kate McKinnon. she's the best part of the whole movie for me.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah,
I talked to my friend of mine after we saw it. He took me for my birthday because we're both big Ghostbusters fans. It was right on my birthday when it came out.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna take you to see Ghostbusters. So I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. And we saw it, and we were just like, but like I was like, the best thing in the movie was Kate McKinnon as the kind of Egon type character. She committed.
Yeah.
She fully committed to her character. She was
funny.
out there and wild.
She's
and
like
weird.
that though. She's
Yeah.
around her movies.
It was
She's
like
that.
yeah, she's fun. I was like, okay, that's the best part because the rest of them were, everyone was trying to be Bill Murray. And you can't all be Bill Murray.
Yeah, you can't all.
It was like you can't all be Bill Murray. You can't do that.
Bill Murray.
And the thing that bothered me, I think one of the things that actually bothered me about the Ghostbusters remake was that it wasn't supernatural, in the sense of like, I watched the original Ghostbusters and everything that happens is purely supernatural stuff. It's like, okay, this is literally a haunted building and stuff is happening here. It's just happening, not for any reason. No one's doing it. There's no like cult in the basement summoning shit or stuff like that.
No,
it's just
happening. Yeah, okay.
And you've accepted that.
Oh, okay.
Whereas with the remake, it was that one kind of bitter dude. You wrote something mean on my blog, and I'm gonna create ghosts now. Yeah, like it was that dude. Yeah, and then halfway through the movie, they get rid of him and then switch him out with Hemsworth because you possess him because you gotta have him to do something.
You gotta have him dance.
Oh God, it's like I was sitting there going, oh man, why?
Yeah, maybe that's like what opened up the demon portal.
Yeah, and then they're talking like they did the whole kind of end credits thing. What is Zool? Don't tease me with Zool now. I've already lost my money. You've lost my attention. I'm not gonna come back and watch you do Zool and butcher that too. Ghostbusters 2, Gozer.
Gozer.
And like you did. Oh, we got the Stay Puft Marshmallow. No, you don't. It's a balloon. It's not even him. Don't lie to me. I was just so like, because I looked at the proton packs. Like, okay, that's kind of cool. It's kind of real worldy. Oh, we're gonna have the original cast cameo. Cool. I think we Venkman, Spangler, and Winston. No. Why? Why would you show me them then?
I think they did that Winston, no?
No. They had all of them in there, but they were all playing characters who were not. They were not playing the original roles. Like, give me, because did you ever play the okay, back to video games, so we're gonna transition left and right. Did you ever play the Ghostbusters game in 2009?
Ghostbusters?
The video game for like Xbox and Wii?
No, I did not.
Oh, it was fun because it literally is like. The whole game is you are a trainee coming in with the original team on a mission, and you're learning the ropes with them. And it's like that should have been the movie.
Really?
Yeah. It's like that game was perfect. That was the movie. That should have been the movie. Yeah, it was good. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's really cool.
Did you like the Ninja Turtles movies?
I liked aspects of them. Overall, they're okay. But like, there's moments in them where there's stuff that they do that I really liked.
Yeah, there's a lot of good parts of that.
I like the second one more because they really went for it. Because they're like, okay, we're gonna do Bebop and Rocksteady. We're gonna do Baxter Stockman with Tyler Perry, who eventually in the comics and the video games becomes the Fly kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
Baxter with the buzzing around. We did Krang. We're gonna do the Technodrome. Like, don't tease me with it. Just take me inside. I had that as a toy when I was a kid. Just go. Show me Dimension X with the weird little guys who ride around cars. Like, cool, man. Daddy, we're frozen. Yeah. Like, show me that stuff. Just go for it.
It was good. I love.
But the one thing that bothered me, if you can even say it bothered me, was their size. Because the size of the turtles. Because in the comics and in the cartoon, even because I've gone back and watched the cartoon, they're like 5 feet tall.
Oh, right here they're like.
And in the movie they're like 6'8" and 7'2", and like all kinds of weird stuff.
Tall,
they're tall, and I like the way that they were kind of really individualized out. Like Leo was really like a ninja, like he had that kind of ninja style to him, really clean and cut.
Yeah.
And the way he was, where Donnie had the weird panels that were like look kind of like armor.
Yeah.
But he had all the gadgets and stuff, and well, that's not realistic. How can you make a hologram off a wristband? Go fuck yourself. It's a talking turtle. Yeah. It's already outside the realm of possibility. Shut up. Raphael looks like an MMA fighter. He's big and brawny and gruff looking. And Mikey really was a kind of loose, kind of teenager kid with a skateboard, with a surfer dude kind of attitude. I really liked the way they did it. The way they did Splinter. I loved the way they did Bebop and Rocksteady. Which, looking at the concept art, if they had just taken the design of them from the cartoon and done that, perfect. But I really liked how they did Bebop and Rocksteady.
Did you like how they did that she had the turtles when she was a little kid?
No, I didn't need that. You know what? I like that she had them as a little kid. Yeah. It's fine.
And she named them.
That's fine. I don't care about that. But it's like, if they had done what if they had made it more random, the way the cartoon was, there was literally a kid who got little turtles and he tripped on the street and they all fell in the sewer. If you had done it that way, That would have been better.
Yeah.
That's what I would have liked a little more.
Yeah.
So, but
we got this.
Yeah.
It was good.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was fun. I have them at home.
Yeah,
I bought both of them on Blu-ray. They did the party wagon. Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm down with that. But I didn't. Yeah, it was a little too much. But I like the fact that they went for it. They finally grew some balls and went for it. They did Shredder. They did Krang. They did, They really kind of went for that kind of comic book thing that they could not do in the old films in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I like that part of it.
Dude, yeah, I don't know.
It's definitely fun. Well, I'm hoping we're going to refine this show over the, hopefully we can do another one next week and then the week after and really kind of hone it down.
Yeah, man.
Because I want to take this and pitch it to Coin-Op.
Yeah, man.
Because I think they would let us do and I forgot that they play movies there.
Do they?
Yeah. Have you ever been there to Coin-Op downtown?
Nah, never.
Because you got to go there just by yourself.
Where's it at?
It's on it's on 6th and like G Street.
Oh, okay.
It's on the corner, like a diagonal from Double Deuce.
Oh.
It's on the corner, and you go in there, and it's a bar, and like on one wall there's all pinball machines. There's a DDR. There's a motorcycle game. There's the old X-Men arcade game.
Oh.
There's like basketball hoops and skee ball. On the other side of the wall, there's arcade games. I'm talking like Galaga and Centipede and Paperboy and Space Invaders, Mortal Kombat 2, Street Fighter 2, like old arcade games. And then on the very back wall, like there's a bar, and then on the back wall behind the bar, in a glass case, a full glass case you can actually walk in. You can't walk into it yourself, but the staff can. Is basically a bedroom out of like 1987. Like it's bunk beds, and there's WrestleMania toys on a shelf, and there's a mini fridge, and there's a poster for Ghostbusters, and a poster for Terminator. There's VHS tapes on the wall. There's a Dreamcast and Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo and Game Boy and the Power Glove is in there. Like they have everything like Teddy Ruxpin's. Like I'm looking at, there's a light bright in there. Like there's a backpack and a skateboard. Like there's everything you would think of that a kid had in the 80s.
Wow. In
this room, and it's beautiful. And I know a guy who works there because I work with him at Cheesecake Factory, and he has a job there, and he does stuff there. And I straight up said to him the other night, I saw him, I was like, hey, you think they would let me do a podcast here, like a live podcast? And he's like, ask them, they'd probably love it. I was like, well, literally, we just talk about movies and like pop culture and stuff. And then as I was there in the bar, I was looking at the wall, I was like, that's right, they play movies here. We could do live commentary. Because I can't get the audio anyways, so we could literally do like a live commentary, like watch Back to the Future on the screen, do commentary for the whole movie.
Yeah,
that could be a show. It's like, and if we can get to the point of like, let's do like a Tuesday night where it's a slow night for them, so we can try to build an audience and just really test it out, see if people dig it, and see if we can pipe it through the speakers so they can hear it throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they put us in the box, or if we could like be out by the bar or out by the pinball machines. Just let us have a little space. We're gonna do a little show there.
Just bullshit.
It'll be really cool. Just bullshit. Just talk about stuff like hey, we're gonna talk about 1987 when movies came out. What was the best? What was the worst? And why? Just have a night like that, like 2 hours of that, and just see if they'll let us do it. So I'm hoping that you and I can refine this show, get it down to like a good system, a good flow. Obviously, I mean, you brought up some stuff that I never thought of talking about, and so that's been fun. So I'm hoping to refine it, get it down to like a nice thing, and pitch it to them. Be like, hey, here's what we do.
Get a final cut on that.
Can we come in here and do this here?
That sounds cool.
And like, well, what would that be like? Well, let me show you. And you show them Batman now at the Scum and Villain, and be like, it won't be quite like that because I'm no one. so
we're nobody from nowhere.
No one from nowhere, so I can do that.
So, yeah, this is fun.
This is fun. I hope you're down to do it again. Really have some fun with this stuff.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate the beers, and this is cool. For a CineMunn podcast, I am Vince Munn, and you are
Ernesto.
Ernesto. Ernesto. Chola stands for me. All right. This has been a CineMunn podcast. We will see you at the concession stand, kids.